bed, or down at the foot of the bed, or down.
This is the state of my hair right now. It's in these little dookie braids. I'm gonna take it down, I'm gonna detangle it, and I'm gonna wash it. This glow up thing is gonna take a couple days. I'm using these two things to detangle. Oops. It's the same family. Not for any reason. It's just because these are the ones I have the most of right now. Because I did detangle the other week. I'm gonna do the rest. I'm gonna take out the rest and I'll be back. So this is my hair taken down out of my little twists or whatever. It's so short. But I'm glad that it's healthy again because after the damage, I keep calling it damage, but it was neglect. So I was cutting a bunch of my hair off, and so now it's healthy, but it's short. But it is growing. I mean, it was shorter than this before. But it is a little sad because when I used to take my hair out, it used to at least be on my shoulders. But that's life. Hair grows. Drying it, I definitely want to really detangle, not just finger detangle. I'm going to use this wide tooth comb and this brush. I detangled with this, the initial detangle, and now I'm going to like deeply detangle with this one because this one is, excuse me, because this one is looser. So like the other one is really good for when I'm just doing like it's a leave-in conditioner. So you know when I'm doing like a detangle that is regular finger detangling, that one's really good and then it can just stay in the hair. This one is really good because it's just really wet and it helps right before washing. It is not a leave-in, so we're gonna brush this out. I wish I had a smaller comb. The section's kind of big, but I'm really, really impatient. But that's the problem, isn't it? Being impatient about detangling is never gonna go well. Doing your hair on your off day is kind of a terrible plan, though. I will wash the brush before I use it when I'm doing the blowout. Am I always too close? I know my lighting isn't the best. I'm thinking about getting a light to put over here on my desk, or a little lamp by the TV, but the main light is at the head of the bed because that was the most convenient. Then we'll just go in with a comb at the end. Split it in half and then just do twists so it doesn't. Let's do a tight little twist. But not too tight because I gotta take it out and wash it, so. I do wish my hair was thicker. But I keep hearing conflicting information, like you can and you can't do much about it. Like you can, but you can't. So I don't know. My hair's so dirty, I think I'll have to wash it twice. I promise you, my hair is getting shorter by the day. I just detangled this side. And when I detangled it, it reverts back to normal, whatever. It's not in its stretched state. So that's not what I'm looking at. But I mean, even in its unstretched state, there should be a level of length. And it's usually like about here. You know what I mean? It's usually this part at least touches my neck. And it's not even doing that. And I just want to know where's my hair? Finished detangling. I was just going to put it in two French braids until I do my T-rins, and then like while it's conditioned I do my T-rins after that, and then either this weekend or later. I think this weekend I'm gonna install twists. The idea is faux locks, but it might end up being twists, depending on if I find myself able to do the faux locks properly. Let me get back to business. Bald-headed chicken out. So that's one dookie braid. Now we just doing this. Just gonna take our time and detangle this half. I don't know if it's even or not. Doesn't particularly matter to me because it's like a transitional hairstyle. Just to, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, I think my biggest thing right now is moisture. Because when I'm detangling my hair on a daily basis, I'm not detangling on a daily basis. I mean, when I detangle my hair and on a daily basis, but I am liking how thick it feels. That much I really do like. So yeah. Oh, so I'm using Shea Moisture Strength and Restore Leave-In Conditioner. I use this line a lot when I'm doing leave-in, and it's great. But I'm always in the market. So like, for instance, I like Eden Beauty a lot, but it is a little hard to find. So I think I'm just going to stick to buying like hair care on websites. Yeah. And then I was in the beauty supply buying the hair the other day, and my boyfriend and my younger sister, both in the same like 2-day span, both brought to my attention that thing that was going viral about hair brands and their testing for carcinogens. And he was like, you know, just make sure you wash the hair. And I was like, yeah, me and my younger sister were actually talking about that because when we were little, our mother used to always wash the braiding hair before she put it in our head. And then my sister said she remembered distinctly one time my mother didn't wash it. And I was like, you didn't wash the hair? Like, I don't remember this at all. But she said, I like, you know, like went crazy. It was like, you gotta wash it. You gotta wash the hair. And I completely forgot about that. And over the years, I've completely forgotten about washing the hair. But I think so. I don't see a problem with going back to that. So I will be pre-washing the hair before I do it, and then I'll show it here, huh? Because that's what we do. I'll probably make it a short. So yeah, I'll do a pre-wash or whatever, and condition and prep. Basically a pre-prep of the hair before install. I'm gonna use this after I detangle. I use this vitamin E oil or whatever oil. Sometimes it's carrot oil, sometimes I have a grapeseed oil. The two new ones I bought, because I had tea tree oil that I put on my scalp while I have braids. So I don't use that to put in my hair when I'm keeping it. I had argan oil. That's always nice. So those are the 4 that I usually get. Vitamin E, grapeseed, tea tree, argan oil, and carrot oil. So I guess it's 5. So those... Excuse me. So those are the 5 that I get normally, and the 2 new ones that I bought because I run out of argan and carrot oil. Got vitamin E and grapeseed because I knew I was putting my hair in twists, and those are things I like on the scalp or putting on the braids because, you know, your hair is still kind of out when you have braids. But with these faux locks, they won't really be out. So I think I'll just stick to this. Anyway. I'm so thirsty. What's the most important thing? Finding something to watch. It's called In Love in Deep Water. But this is my first act in doing my hair and not leaving the twists in for a very long time. These twists I'm going to leave in 2 months max. And I know for a lot of people they're like, 2 months. There's light work. There's light work over here. And before, it didn't really affect my hair, but I think as time goes and stress goes, it's just not as good for my hair as it used to be. Or maybe it was never good, but, you know, the tension hadn't built up the way it built up over the years. I know you don't know that feeling. Nothing feels better than being able to, like, stick your finger right there and just rub your scalp. Here, not have. Do this time. Now, I'm trying to make them fairly big. So, I will put the thing like this. This is the hair I add to my hair. I'm going to cut it in half and use it for 2 different twists. Alright, so now.
お客様どうぞ私は脅しなんかには屈しませんお客様要するにカンヌっていうのは庶民からじゃなくてお金の使いを兼ねてる作品ってことねあそうだよ
That's one.
Hair from previous dye and I was just like so over it. I was like, let me dye my hair blue black. Having black hair, besides natural hair, is a commitment.
Oh boy, having blonde hair naturally and then dyeing it black is the worst combination you could ever do in your life. Don't ever do that because you will end up looking like a cool tone level 8 blonde. I don't know. It sometimes just looks muddy.
Put this dye out my hair by hand.
You know, you get to that part where you don't want to do it anymore, but you're too far gone.
I got some
50%.
package of the Wella.
Isn't that how far I got? Isn't that great? It's just like the very top. So that's what I'll be doing, and hopefully I'll be done by early afternoon. I showed you a bit of the process yesterday, but I'll come back and see if I should show you a little more. Some of the ends are a little precarious. That's okay. I feel like I'm gonna take some, I started in the center and worked my way around from middle. There are 2 little buttons right now. And, yeah. How's that looking? This was the length I really wanted it to be, like, shorter. Like, I don't know if I added that clip. I should have added that clip, unless I accidentally deleted it by now, like the raw video. But I explained why I'm doing this hair, and it was all about the girl, the main girl, Vivian from Rye Lane. And I saw her butterfly locks. They were bigger and like chunkier, and like I think they used a different hair or whatever. I used Marley braiding hair because that's the brand I prefer. But anyway, she I still have 1 pack. A lot. So this is equal. It's always $4.99. So that's one of the reasons why I love it. But this one and then the Marley hair. The Marley hair is a lot drier though. It had a different texture, hers or whatever. It looked a little softer. Like as in the wrap. The wrap seemed a little softer, so they were a little more voluminous. Mine are kind of tight because this is my first time doing this. I've done yarn twists and everything before, and it's basically the same exact concept as yarn twists or threading your hair. So if you are, well, I think Black Americans do threading too, but I know for certain West African countries and Central African countries, I think, Cameroon, we have a lot of vintage styles that involve threading the hair. Same exact concept. If you're wondering how to do the faux locks, it's the same exact concept as yarn braids or threading the hair. So I figured I'd be able to do it, and I did. But I did do it tighter so that over time, as it kind of loosens, it wouldn't just unravel. I wanted to show, I don't know if I showed this step, so I just take the full hair, right? I did the half hair and added the extension like you saw before. So I pick which end is going to be my anchoring end by what it looks like on this side, because the other end is going to be used to kind of twist around to hold. So sometimes I use the one that's less pointed. And then I'll take this brush and then I just fluff out the hair. I don't fluff it too much because I don't want it to be too loose for me. And I just fluff the hair so that when I'm wrapping it, it covers more surface area. It's just a light separation. Some of them require a little more fluffing than others, but none of them require very much. And I think that's strictly because of the type of hair I'm using, which is a little more afro related. Anchor it at the root, hold it, twist. I'll just twist it until I get a general sense of, oh, hope you can see this, a general sense of it being secured, really twisted around itself. Oh, I hope you're seeing this. I hope you're seeing this. I'll start to actually wrap. And since I can't really see, because I'm not doing it in a mirror, I kind of keep my thumb so that I can touch the surface and know where I've been, so I don't double wrap too many times, but I try to overlap. But it's okay if there's like a little space between. So, and I'm wrapping it a little tight, but not too tight. And then this is so much longer than my hair and the extension hair because of the length I want it. So some of these, it's okay to kind of double wrap on top. So it gives it a little more volume, even though it's tight. But it also, I don't have to wrap too much at the end of the braid. Or at the end of the twist, I should say. So when I get to the end, I pull it a little bit so I can get a little bit of fray at the end, because I need that to help anchor the twist. So then you see this here. Maybe I should get closer. I'll twist it like that. Well, first of all, excuse me. Tuck the end in, twist it like that. Twist it up, up. I'll keep pulling it to make sure I get some fray here, because that's what helps, like this hair, that's what helps it stay wrapped on itself. Really just wrapping the fray. And then you have that, right? So a lot of my ends look like that. Now, I'm watching all these compilations, you know, different like commentary about internet drama, well, real life drama that people bring to the internet. And I just have one question. Why do y'all keep offering things you don't want to give? Somebody talk to me. First, it was that cake lady who was supposed to make a burn topper for the girl in a celebration they're doing on like New Year's Eve, or a birthday on New Year's Eve or something like that. And she don't do the topper because she forgot, and she asked the girl, well, what do you think is fair? The girl tell her she want a full refund or whatever, or $45, some price that wasn't the price she was gonna give her. And then she fight about it. I'm like, well, then why did you ask her what she wanted? Why did you ask her what she wanted if you were ready to not do it? Don't ask no questions you don't actually want to answer to. What, like this pretense of And then the one that's most popular right now, this dumbass Aspen trip. And they talking about the girl told the other girl, the girl that she's complaining the most about, in totality, I think the other girl was also out of pocket. But if we're just talking about the main girl in this who's telling the story and brought it to the internet, I'm just like, well, girl, why did you offer to pay for this girl's food and drinks if you was going to be clocking what she ate and drank? You should have known. You have, unless you know this girl, unless y'all are like bosom buddies, peas in a pod, you know what I'm saying? Why are you offering to pay for her food and drinks and then getting irritated at the food and drinks that you're paying for? Sometimes you gotta ask yourself, am I the problem? Like, do I just like drama? If I have a clear boundary in my head, that's coming out first. And like me and my friends, like, yes, if I say food and drinks, they can get whatever they want. If I'm out with my sisters and I say I'm paying, they can get whatever they want. Imagine you're out with your friend and you're like, oh, I'm kind of tight on my money, but you want to be out with the friend. You're like, well, just come out. I'll pay for your food and drinks. They get there and they got to watch what they eat and drink. They might as well just stayed home. I think that's so rude. Why am I doing that to you? At that point, it's like you're trying to humble somebody, or you're trying to clock them, like let them know their place. Like, I'm paying for you, so do it. Like, this is not, this is not a dog. Some of y'all treat your dogs better than you treat your fucking friends or customers or whatever. Like, what is this? This is the weirdest behavior. And then like acting like you're fully right. There's one thing to be the person receiving. So for instance, there have been instances where my friends have paid for me, and I have been very mindful about what I got, but that is because it's out of respect for my friend and the fact that they have not essentially put any limits on me. But I'm not gonna go balls out crazy. That's crazy. Even though literally my friends are the type of friends that will be like, we told you to get what you want. I said I'm paying. They don't care. I can get some top shelf and they would pay for it. But the point is, I'm not going to do that because I don't think it's okay. I don't think it'd be okay to do that. But if I'm paying, right, it's my money. I have said, I'm going to pay for you. You better believe I'm going to be like, do what you want. And in the same vein, I don't think anyone's ever like bawled out crazy. I've had to like bring it up. Like, is that what you want? I will say it. You want that? And then get it before they can be like, yeah, but, you know what I'm saying? All that, but I'm going to get it for them because I have offered. Do not offer things you are not prepared to give. And then on the receiving end, don't be crazy. That's why I'm like, the other girl was a little out of pocket because apparently she went to Don Julio. First of all, Don Julio is not even that expensive. And I'm not saying this like I'm a person who's balling outrageous, but I am someone where when I go out, I'm out. I'm going outside. That's why I probably don't go outside as much, because I know that if I'm outside, I'm outside. I spend the money if I'm outside. What is the point in going outside if you're going to just be pocket watching all night? Budget for that shit or stay at home. I'm talking about you, for yourself. You should know what your limits are in your head. And if you have certain limits, do not offer to be covering nobody else's tab, because you don't know how that person reacts, because they could also be someone who's taking your word as your word. When I say I'll pay for your food and drinks, I didn't put no cap on that. I didn't say I'll pay for your food and drinks up to about $160. That's your cap, you know what I'm saying? Because that's part of my budget. You want to be real, say what your budget is. Other than that, don't act like you got it and then get mad when somebody wants you to spend it. That's crazy to me. Saying that, I know that's not everyone's culture, but I think it's just common sense that you don't put an offer out there that you can't fulfill. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And like, these people are making drama over it, and they did it to themselves. So anyway, this is how far I am. We on the half of the head. There's only this much left, and I got so much, not so much hair, but I think I have enough hair, oops, to finish this side. So this is very exciting. All right, so it looks like it, but I think I'm gonna have to burn it or put the wax on it or something. Oh no, see, you see, look at. So we got this problem child here, but for now, one half of the head done. I'm excited. I haven't had like threaded or yarn hair in a while, so to see these little faux locks, it just reminds me of when I because it's black, it reminds me more of when I did threading. I'm done. Let's see what it all looks like. Oh, look at me with a bob. Ooh, and a dry ass lip. I like it. I like it. I haven't done like shorter hair. Look at me. Alright, calm down. So now we just gotta grease the root because this sure is dandruff. But this is the side. This is the back. This is the bite. I hope it's not out of focus. Turn around to the other side. So that's the length. I have to go put some. I'm gonna use my grapeseed oil. This brand, I always get it at the beauty supply store. They're always really cheap, and I really like them. So they're made with like castor oil, soybean oil, soybean oil, sunflower seed oil, fragrance, grapeseed oil, rosemary leaf extract, limonene, and linalool. They are made in the USA. Wow. Oh, nice. I didn't know that. This is Universal Beauty. That's via Natural. They have a mailbox in London and the Netherlands, but they're made in the USA. Manufactured by Universal Beauty Products, Inc., Glendale Heights, Illinois. Boop, boop. Thanks, Illinois. So I'm going to go grease my little dry scalp. Thanks. Thanks for coming to my hair talk. We're going to do some makeup to go with this new hair. And this will be the last thing you see in this video, just to get the whole shebang of the hair. You know, you saw the reveal of what it looked like in the last clip, but now you'll see a full image. I'm watching Paid in Full. I'm trying this angle. Is this too... I struggle with angle the most. I'm wondering if this is too far or too wide. So this, I'm going for like a spring. Well, let me turn the sound on my phone off. A purple spring look. And I have good news for somebody, if not just me. But Blue Period is back. And it's basically because I've been so hyper focused on this Zodiac series. I felt like, you know, I needed a kickstart, and I found out what I was gonna do. The keyword, I'll give you in advance. It's 2 words. I'm debating between 2 words, but the more family-friendly word is create. The other one was a little more risque, but it's gonna end up in a title anyway, so I'll just leave it for that. I'll leave it for when it ends up in the title. I'm not gonna color correct today. I put that concealer down a little early. I didn't mean to do that before I did my eye. I'm just gonna do a simple purple eye, like I said. I'm gonna go ahead and use It's My Pleasure by ColourPop because I saw it first. Use Mr. Sandman. So this is Do or Dough. Okay. And then the other shimmer is Chicklet. I mean, we're talking bonafide purple. I'm gonna go with the middle one. It's exactly what I said. It's the middle one. Hey, you guys. Talk to me. Do you like when people like use their palettes and you might see them use the same palette more than once on their channel? Because I do that a lot, but as much as people talk about sustainability, it seems that the videos that get pushed out because people are engaging with them more are the videos that where people use new stuff. And I feel like you can do both. I feel like you can like both. I feel like maybe the reason why the videos where people are using new stuff get pushed out is because they're essentially ad videos, and ad revenue is what keeps YouTube afloat. So I'm not mad at it, but I am wondering, like, as a real general consensus for the people on this channel, do you come here for the chit chat? Here because you like seeing someone who's like just having fun putting makeup on their face, and they might use the same palettes all the time. Like, I use the palettes I have all the time. I haven't bought a new eyeshadow palette except for that Milani whole face palette last summer. So, and I haven't bought one before that in a little bit. So, it's not that I don't want to. I just haven't seen one that's like, oh, gotta have it yet. And I like new things as much as the next person. As you can probably tell, there's all kinds of cheek stuff that I want. The new Juvia's Place cheek, the new Juvia's Place blushes. That's one. But I'm like always buying lips. That's my thing, I think. I over-collect. Not over. I collect lip stuff. And by collect, I mean get it, and then I like to wear it. I'll change my lip like 3 times a day. If you let me. Alright. Cute. Very nice. Alright, so then, what are we doing on the bottom, girl? I want to put a matte color in the corner. What if I top it with a matte corner? I mean a matte color. We have kitten fish. And I'm going to put a little bit of that in the corner. Get in here. Hi. Alright, so yeah, I put a little kitten fish in the corner. On top of the doer dough. I like that. I'm actually going to take more kitten fish and bring it to the inner corner. So we got the shimmer on top and the matte illuminating the bottom. We're not going to take it all the way across. We're not going to make that mistake. Alright, so I don't know if I should put something on the bottom or what. I'll put a little bit on the bottom. Kitten fish and fan fiction. And then I'm going to use a little bit of sleeper. Alright, eyes done. You can back up now. Cleaned all my sponges. Just do a semi-clear lip. We got our Nika K Bold eyeliner that I use as a lip liner. This is the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil in Honey Talks. Alright, full reveal time. So, this is a full reveal. Hair, oops, some of the ends kind of unraveled by now. This is it. This is the finished hair. Finished look because I'm wearing makeup. I tie my hair down at night so those parts get smashed down, but I'm not going to lay them. I will never style them because I'm lazy. Even though I really like the look, like when people style their baby hairs and everything, I really like the look, but I'm lazy, and I feel like since I'm trying to grow like my edges back, like right in here and in here, I'm trying to grow my edges back. Like right now, I'm just focused on that, like one task at a time. Thanks for watching my compilation on this hair journey. Again, I'm only gonna keep this style in for 2 months. I promise. I'm trying to do better. Thanks for watching Delicate Dark Girl. See you guys next time. Hair flip.
Bed, down at the foot of the bed.